Hello and welcome back. Today we're talking about Dow Inc., D-O-W. We haven't talked about Dow in a while, and they've had a struggle over the past month in particular, and over the last 6 to 12 months. The price has really come down. We last talked about Dow November 4th of 2024 at a price of almost $48 a share, and sitting at today's price of around $30.50, we've come down quite a bit. So you know Dow, this was the company that was spun out from the Dow DuPont merger, and this was carved out and created back in April of 2019. It's a basic materials company and chemical titan. Basic materials companies trade with the economy. As the economy goes up, these stocks often rip much higher. Revenues explode, profits explode for them. When economies get a little, recession-like looking or feeling, when there's a slowdown, these companies, their revenues tail off greatly. They struggle, profits fall off, and it's just a company that's going to trade like that. So that actually creates the opportunity for us. Again, this is a company that's not for everyone. It's not something that's going to go up in that straight line that we would all ideally like to see. There's going to be ups and downs. And if you're a contrarian investor or like the feel of picking something up when it's down, waiting for it to run up, and maybe you hang on to it because you think it's got more room to run, or you cash it out for something else, this may be the company for you to take a look at. This is a known innovator. Looking at just earlier this year, they won more awards for their innovation. Again, the spinoff from Dow DuPont, it's actually on pretty solid financial footing. I know there's going to be detractors out there that say that's because they go through layoffs upon layoffs. They struggle with profitability. Revenues are tailing. That's all true. But management does seem to take the steps necessary to keep the balance sheet and cash position in check. We'll get to that more. Dow is a company with a global presence. They manufacture in 30 countries around the world and operate in some way, shape, or form in over 170 countries throughout the world. Are they impacted by tariffs? Yes, they are. And they are starting to feel it. However, it feels like we may have hit a bit of a bottom with Dow as the stock price plunged to about $25 a share just in recent weeks. It's now bobbed back up to about $30 or so a share, and this could be a nice basing point for it to have more gains into the future. The other important thing to remember is that management is very defensive of its dividend, and they have taken a lot of steps to shore up the balance sheet, strengthen it, from a cash position. More on that in just a moment. But real quickly, let's take a look at the fundamentals and see where we're at. So we're looking at a company that in 2024, Dow, that posted net revenues of $43 billion. This is a big company. And with a market cap of $21.5 billion, that's not oversized for a company that's producing that kind of revenue. And in the good years, the profits just soar. This company has traded between $25 a share and $60 a share just within the past year. So we're clinging pretty close to the low end of that scale. As a contrarian investor, you like to see this. You want to get in when it's sold off, unloved, and thrown away. Year to date, we're down over 24%. The 1 year down 46%. And since its inception, you can see the charts, is that we're kind of at the COVID lows from just a few years ago. This presents an intriguing opportunity for us. This company also pays a dividend. It's $2.80 a year or 70 cents a quarter. Management is very dedicated to preserving this dividend and doing what they need to do to maintain their financial flexibility to continue the capital structure as it is. For a dividend investor, for someone looking for income, this is a very important component. So let's talk about that just a little bit more. What are they doing to protect their cash? They've initiated a $6 billion strengthening of the balance sheet and the cash position. They're decreasing capital expenditures or delaying CapEx for a period of time. They've entered into some transactions to sell non-core assets, And they've also entered into a partnership with Macquarie to sell a sizable minority stake in an infrastructure unit of theirs in the Gulf area of the U.S. The other important thing is to keep in mind, Dow did win a very large judgment from Nova Chemical, and that is to be paid out sometime in 2025, and that's expected to bring in between $500 million and upwards of $1 billion in cash into their coffers. This is always an interesting thing as well. So what you see here is that management's taking steps to shore things up, tighten things. It's unpleasant to see layoffs, as it hurts our workers, not only in the United States, but around the world. But it's kind of the necessary thing for a company that feels the ups and downs, but once of spending patterns and recessionary periods or slowdown periods. That said, the CEO, Jim Fittering, did make $1 million purchase back in December, so that speaks volumes. And getting in now, you're purchasing it for less than what he paid for it at that point in time. So all that said, analysts are pegging $28 to $56 a share. We're towards the low end of that now, so you've got some room to run. You've got a sizable dividend. That dividend yields about 9% right now, which is quite sizable. If you're contrarian and you're not afraid of a little risk, Dow could be the company for you to jump in on. I have recently. I've increased quite a bit in that $25 to $30 range. I enjoy the cash flow that I receive from it. Looking for better news as the economy turns. I think when interest rates start finally heading lower and you start stoking some building in the country and around the globe, tariffs get figured out. Dow's the one company that I think can soar. Let me know what you think. That's my opinions. I'm acquiring. I'm buying more. And hope you find this helpful. And if you enjoy the content, drop me a like. And let me know what you're doing with Dow. I'd love to hear. We'll talk with you again soon.